Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Keep on persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believe in life. I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven.
Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or you gonna move up?
Feel the bangs. Feel the bangs.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
Cut her ass off if she get that, I can reread.
Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome to the Underdogs Podcast. It's your host Fleetwood JR, and this is season 9, episode 21. This how we gonna close out this season, man. This the end of season 9. As we go into season 10, man, we got a big episode for y'all today. You feel me? Beyond the Legacy, the Cam Jones story. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's an honor to have this man on the platform today. You feel me? This brother. You feel me? We got an artist, a songwriter who comes from an incredible musical foundation as the son of Shirley Jones of the legendary R&B group, the Jones Girls. But like I say, today we're going beyond the legacy. You know what I mean? We're getting to know Cam Jones, you know, the man, the artist, his journey, the lesson that shaped him, and the future he's building, both individually and alongside his cousin Phelps as the Jones connection. You feel me? Cam Jones, we're going to bring him in here right now, man. We ain't even going to play with it. You already know how we do it over here. Hold on. We got to clap it up right now. I ain't even got my stuff, man. But, hey, we going to do it how we do it. Yo.
We're going, man. Hey,
what's happening?
That was a dope intro, man. To say I appreciate that is an understatement, man. That might be one of the hardest intros I done had.
Nah, for real, man. Ain't want me to be great. Hold on. Here we going to do it.
Yes.
Come on, man. Yeah, brother.
It's an honor to be, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
Nah, like I say, bro, welcome to the Underdogs Podcast. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciative of this. You know what I mean? It's an honor to have you on here. You feel me? Like you taking a chance on us. You know what I mean? So
we in this thing together. We got to hustle together. That's the only way to get to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
Man. We know what I mean? We going all the way around the world. We going locally. We doing it how we do it, man. We got to get this story out here. You feel me?
Right.
But for someone meeting you for the very first time, who is Cam Jones today? And what do you feel people need to understand about you beyond the music and the family?
For sure, man. Good question too, bro. Cam Jones, man, first of all, I'm a God-fearing man. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in Gwinnett County, a little bit outside of Atlanta. You know, I'm a father of 2 kids and got a beautiful wife, you know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, you know, God first, and then always anything behind that come family, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just a God-fearing man that's out here, you know, just like everybody else, trying to make things shake in a positive way while, you know, impacting the world and, you know, doing the best I can be and being the best man I could be, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Nah, you said a big one right there, bro. Impact is everything, brother. Like that's how you shape the world. You feel me? Your perspective and what you put out here is what shape everything around you. Or even if it's a brief moment with a stranger or something, you feel me? That little impact, you could put a lot on them. You feel me? So
ain't somebody's life in seconds, bro. You know what I mean? You might not ever see him again. That's why I cherish the janitor and I cherish the top hole. You know what I'm saying? We all one and the same. You feel me? So
yeah. Nah, I'm real aggressive on that, bro, because it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like I hold myself to a certain standard, you know what I mean? You know? And it's just like his brothers, you feel me? All over the world, we all the same, bro. It's like we got to connect and hold each other's hand through this, bro, because as a man, like we got to stand on what we stand on and keep the world moving. But
yes, sir. More now than ever, you know what I'm saying? We living in some trying times. I feel like, you know, this right here that we living in, our parents ain't even go through. So it's dope. I'm on that, bro. So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the Matrix for real out here, bro. You feel me? But for someone meeting you for the very first time, you know what I mean? Like, who is Cam Jones today? You know, what do people need to understand about you? You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
removing the titles, you know what I mean? The accomplishments, like what people may already know about your family too, and like what experiences, you know, shape the man you know sitting here today.
Man, well, I love your questions, man. So, honestly, bro, I done, as you can see, bro, I come from a background. I done, been around the world, seen a lot of things, brother. I'm 37 years old, kind of have done double time what I would have ever thought. And, I'm just a man of integrity, you know what I mean? I just want to lead the people and motivate the world in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music for like 20 years, but I've been around the music my whole life. So, just being able, map my way through this underground life, because I still ain't, where I want to be, but I've definitely touched some places and been able to kind of, make some connections. And, I've been going through a lot of regular life too. So I did put some things on pause, but me and my cousin got our next album on the way, you know what I'm saying? So things is looking on the up, you know what I'm saying? I'm always following my mom, trying to learn from her, because she the only one left. My two aunts passed. So just
Yeah.
trying to learn from her and protect her at all costs. I do a lot of work for her on the road too. So, you know what I'm saying? Just been in the game, man. We had a nice day. I think the one you had checked out, the Jones Connection EP, we dropped
Mm-hmm.
that years back, and it was featured on my mom's and aunt's episode on Unsung TV1. So things
Mm-hmm.
up, you know what I mean? But then of course in the industry things kind of shake down too. So really just trying to come back and rebrand myself. You see what I'm saying? Because I had real long dreads till like a year ago, so
Mm-hmm.
I made a few changes in my life, bro, and I'm looking forward to rebranding myself and coming out on a different frame. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Yeah.
Nah, I relate to you on that, bro. Like you say, you just cut the locks, bro. I had the locks. I had done just let them go in the summer. You hear me? Like it was a transformation, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like when you rebrand, when you rebuild yourself, it's phases you go through as a man. You feel me? Life gonna be life and dog, but it's just like, man, when you sit there and you ain't put the uniform on in a little minute, you feel me? When it's time to strap them boots on and put your feet on the ground, bro, we gonna make it work. Real.
Dang, that's crazy. You gave me chills, bro. Like I cut mine in August, bro, and my shit was long, bro. I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but sometimes with life, bro, you got to be able to make a change and adapt with, and that's what God was telling me to do. And I was kind of, ignoring it for a while, and I did that, and now
Yeah.
kind of in a place where I'm like, okay, now it's time to pop out again. And how do I want that to look? And how do I want, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you feel me? We got a lot of records on under the file that sound good and all that, but it's also a lot of marketing and things that go into play that people don't really understand. So, that's where I'm at with it, but it's coming for sure. Yes, sir.
Brother, from an artist to artist, bro, I understand everything you just said just then, brother. Like it
Right,
ain't just putting it out, but it putting it out and actually, you know what I mean,
right,
pushing that. When
right.
you know what I mean, when you doing it all like
By
I
yourself too.
own this, I'm doing this, I gotta make this big hit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So like you just really talked on what season you are kind of in your life right now, you know what I mean? But what is the season teaching you about yourself?
Man, I learned more about myself in the last year and a half, bro. Just, dealing with the ups and downs of life, bro.
Yeah.
Being a husband, you know what I'm saying, while simultaneously being in the industry and managing my mom and, traveling different places and, soaking in and learning from each subjective environment, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
really just trying to soak it all in, man. But what I could say, the main thing I've learned is be patient and move on God's time, and instead of trying to rush things and do things because you feel like it need to be done. Sometimes
Yeah.
everything that you may feel like need to be done at that moment might not make sense for that moment. So you got to do it when the dots connect, instead of just trying to do it because you see somebody on IG or somebody else moving and you feel like you need to be moving at that pace.
Yeah.
Frame, we
Nah.
all different. So that's
Hey,
what
bro.
yeah.
Hey, brother, how life be moving so fast, bro. Sometimes you gotta jump out the Lambo, bro, and get back in the Civic and take it easy. You know what I mean? Like then when it's time to jump in that Lambo again, you feel me? We hitting it going. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
That's how life do it, bro. You'll be riding, and then it's like, nah, I'm back on foot again. I gotta put it back together. But the next one I get here gonna outdo the last one I was in. You feel me? But I done did it before, so that don't mean I can't do it
And I
again.
do it every time. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have hurdles and shit, man. But it's all about how you bounce back, because you're gonna shake back. So it's just like, and that's where I'm at right now. really had to hit pause and sit back, you know, do a
Yeah,
lot of freshening and rearranging. You know what I'm saying? I'm backstage right now. The
bro.
the curtain closed, but it's about to open in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just backstage moving shit around. you know,
Bro,
yeah.
I'm talking about playing musical chair with like dog, like bro, we really on the same path, dog. Like we really is on the same similar path with that, bro. Cause
Yeah.
like from December until now, like I say, bro, but I just had to really just, you know what I mean, a lot with mental health, bro. We just had mental health month in June and stuff, bro. I dropped the realest episode I ever dropped in my life. I'm talking about keeping it on wax, cause it's
Yeah.
just what going on, bro. I felt like, you know, as a person, we gonna make mistakes, we gonna do things, bro. But it's about the accountability, and I'm willing to put it on Front Street, bro. I pulled the skeleton out the closet and threw it out there, like, yeah, this is what it is, but this is how I'm moving, and I'm standing
Right.
on that. You feel me? The first transformation in the movie from that, you gotta keep it real, you gotta keep it 100. Like, I don't feel like I can drop no music or go around people and act like this one. I got this in the. I need to clean the closet, bro. You feel me?
That's a fact. Like
Mm-hmm.
you said something then, man. Mental health, like it's something that, especially us as black men, we feel like, we don't need it. You know, we'll put that mask on, but boy, we don't understand. Every time we put that mask on, it's making it harder to pull off. Like we
Yeah.
gotta get out here on these platforms and talk about it, and really get it out, bro. Because it's a lot of times, man, when you hold that shit in, or you're going through these battles and you trying to do it by yourself, man, it causes a whole nother effect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, real talk, bro. You know what I mean? But nah, hey, legendary. The real, this how we gotta end this season like this, dog. You know what I mean? Bro, we over 100 episodes, 100 guests.
I heard you
This
say,
gonna
look, I mean, honestly, bro, I just tapped in. You feel me? I just like how you rolled out and came at me.
yeah.
Shit, let me book one. My boy got the Calendly set up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't- Most
Mm-hmm.
people send you an email and a link, but I just like how you were moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna tap in on the rest of them too. You got my
Nah,
support.
respect, brother. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go to the origin and foundation, you know what I mean? You gotta take it from the soil, you know what I mean, from the beginning. So, like I say, take it back to the beginning. What was Cam Jones like growing up? You know, what parts of that young version, if you still present today?
Definitely, man. Man, I grew up in Lawrenceville, Georgia, bro. My father from Decatur.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted a better life for me. My dad played with the Harlem Globetrotters, so
Tight
yep.
stuff.
Yeah. So when I was born, him and my mama met on some Hollywood shit. So when I was born, they both, my mama was in LA, they was in LA or whatever, and then my dad moved her back to Atlanta, and they moved, they wanted to move, move outside the hood. So
Mm-hmm.
Gwinnett, bro, so that's my home. Growing up in Gwinnett, bro, it was the best for me, you know what I mean? Because I was able to kind of see it's very diverse. It wasn't always diverse at a very young age, but as I continued to grow older, it just got a lot of more people came out here. So I just grew up, man, playing basketball, man. Basketball was my first love because, of course, my dad had, put that shit in me.
Yeah.
Man, I was playing ball from the age of 2, 3 years old, spinning the ball and doing all that. And went on to play in middle school, high school, college. And that was my first love before music was even in the picture. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to play
Mm-hmm.
ball, and have fun. I love to ride bikes, you know what I mean? Do all the shit the kids love to do, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
go fishing, stuff like that. My dad used to take me fishing, man. And it's crazy because we came up in a time where we would go outside till the street lights came on.
Telling you, bro.
Now I got babies and I can't do that. So, I just wish that, these kids understood like the life that we saw coming up because it was a lot different. But neither here nor there, man, just a young dude, man, from Gwinnett County, bro. I ended up going to Berkmar High School, played 4 years out there. We had a great team and a great unit out there. And that led me over to Aiken Technical College. I played 2 years at Aiken Technical College.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a scholarship at Fort Valley State, played 2 years down at Fort Valley. So was able to, learn from basketball first, man. Basketball was my first subject, first love. And then after that, I started kind of tapping in. I knew who my mama was, but I started tapping in more to who she is and my
Mm-hmm.
on the music, you know what I'm saying? And I started finding that I had talent, you know what I'm saying? Just from just rapping. Once the basketball career was over, you know how it be, man. You get the freestyling and singing
Mm-hmm.
shit. And I was like, hold on, man. Then I started really tapping into who my mom is and seeing why I'm coming like this and where I come from. And
Mm-hmm.
motivation, man. And instantly I started working with her and you know, managing her, booking her shows and doing different things and learning how the backstage work, you know what I'm saying, how the things work behind the scenes. And that was the best thing that could happen for me while I'm growing as an artist. So, you know what I mean? That's really shaped me into who I am right now. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, for real. It's like on real time. I'm really seeing what it ain't no speculation. This is what it is. It's business. You handling business. You know what I mean? Like you at the point now where it's like, all right, I'm grown. Now mama like I'm gonna handle the business for you. You feel me? But nah, but that's hard, bro. Like, and when you catch saying basketball, you like Harlem Globetrotter. I'm like, bro, you already know how we grew up, but and one
What?
slam ball, watching out, going outside. That's what
What?
I'm saying. Our era, we watching it. Okay, we finna go outside and use this bill. We finna go pick up and
You hear me? Like it's now they see this shit on the screen, on their phone, on their tablet,
yeah.
and it don't really read like us, bro. We'll go outside and try to copy that shit for hours.
I'm telling you, bro.
Then watch it, and there's nothing wrong with sitting there and watch it, but you got to be able to implement that into your game or
Yeah.
doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but it's a different time, no, because I ain't gonna lie, man. These kids, they smarter in a lot of ways that we were. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They got more. I feel like they just got more access to things faster. It's a red and blue pill with both ways. You feel me? But yeah, it's just adapting. But I try to push that old school mentality. Like, all right, you soaking this up right here while you watching it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, apply it. You feel me?
We came from that era, bro, that original, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to see stuff and then could, you know, really try to implement that. And it wasn't no screens, it wasn't no phones, and you know, it wasn't no I'm bored. You know what I mean? We was like that all the time. We used to have to entertain ourselves. Now that, you know, these kids get bored with these phones and stuff. So
yeah.
It's a different world, man.
Yeah, bro. Nah, for real.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So like, you know, you mentioned, you know, you grew up with a unique musical foundation, you know what I mean? As a son of, you know, Shirley Jones or the Jones girl, like at what point did you truly understand the significance of your family's legacy? And how did that realization affect the path you saw like for yourself?
And you know, honestly, bro, it's a double-edged sword because, you know, at first, bro, like my mom and my pops kept me away from it. Like, you know, my dad played with the 76ers and the Globetrotters, and my mom was she was a real legend. And I'm gonna be honest, I knew who my dad was because he was always kind of putting it in my face at an early age.
Yeah.
No, I knew who my mom was too, but she would also be my mom. Like she wasn't even on that. So once I got old enough, bro, I say around 11, I remember she took me to LA one time for a show. And that's when it was all these people and all these legends in the building, bro. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? People that I had seen, you know what I mean, at 11. And I'm like, just seeing how my mom was mingling and how she brought the stage. And instantly I was like, hold on, this ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? So then I started doing my own personal research and kind of in on a more higher volume with my mom and seeing like what they really did in the game and the pay they path. You know what I mean? The path that they paid for so many legends today, you know what I'm saying? So excited to learn more, man. And I started listening to my mom's music and I became a fan of her, you know what I'm saying? So it really, with me being able to kind of grow older and, you know, because I seen that my mama needed help with work and different things of that nature over the road and being, you know, being able to kind of go overseas and see how this shit really is. Get just a fresh hands-on experience with the music business, both positive and negative, where I can go ahead and prepare and put this shit in my own stuff and be able to, you know, get out there and get it moving. So one of the best things that could have happened was me just realizing who my mama is, giving her flowers and being there for her, bro. Because, you know, she's age, man, but she still sing her ass off. We still touring the world, man. So I'm proud of her. And I also want to be that guy to make her proud. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like it's my turn to put her on my back. So what you know what I mean? Yeah.
Nah, that's a blessing, bro. Like, really, your parents from Pops, you know what I mean, doing this thing with basketball, your mama doing her thing, legendary, you feel me? Like, bro, they shaped the culture because it's like, immediately, you feel me? When I even hear, you feel me? I'm 34, bro. I'm like, I already know this record because it's like, it's one of them things, like, for my era, you'll see people like on Instagram that be saying, so, but we all grew up the same way, bro. You feel me? Like,
bro, like, you know, you 34, you right there with me. So what you, what you 91?
Yeah.
They're together, you know what I'm saying? And we seen the music scene change from the 80s and the way it was to the when it became a little bit more of a younger R&B sound and they was integrating a different sound. But saw when that shit, you know, we even though we was young, we was able to still get that because we was receiving that from a lot of different outlets. So
Yeah.
seeing the music industry change probably 4 or 5 different times, gang. So now being where we at 34 and 37 is it's a different vibe, but it all really integrate the same as if you tackle it the same way. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah. A
just got
lot of what was coming back around to it being sampled. You feel me?
what I would lean to. Samples is going crazy, so that's why we did the Jones Connection tape, because me and my cousin, we got smart. We knew, okay, these folks finna air TV1 Unsung on our mom and aunts. They still playing that now. So let's
Mhm.
in some kind of way integrate the music. And lo and behold, we got one song record called Who Can I Run To that we sampled. We got it to the producer. She liked it. She threw it in the episode. So we
Mhm.
history right there. And had we not been prepared, it would have never happened. So just really being aware of the game and knowing that these samples and all this shit gonna come back at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's all about. Yeah.
Nah, real talk, bro. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I say, like out of all the things you learn watching your mother navigate life, you know, in the music industry, like what lesson had the greatest impact on why, you know, you move the way you move
Man,
towards the industry?
bro, listen, bro. Honestly, bro, if I could be real with you, just knowing that this, I hate to say it like this shit too, but it's fake as hell. But you got to play the game. You got to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just like when you get up and go to work or whatever you might be doing, you know what I'm saying? Because we done seen so many different experiences and things where things might, that people say they're gonna do something and go ghost, or, you know, or try to, you know, pull the carpet from under you and, you know, flam you in a way, bro. And when you're dealing with somebody like your own mama and, you know,
Mhm.
business and you seeing like, dang, even at her legendary status, people still playing with her in a way. And it's just that's the thing. So being able to develop thick skin and still be present and know what's coming with it, and also have a positive attitude and still be good to people, and you know, don't shit on nobody, because you never know where your next opportunity gonna come from, type vibe. So it's like really just being able to kind of adapt like a chameleon or a lizard, you know what I mean, in the music industry. Yeah.
For real, I'm talking about, yeah, Tame's red. I'm gonna be red right there with you.
And at first, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it was a couple times where I got hot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk about it for real, but it was
Mhm.
this where I'm like, damn, these folks playing with my legacy, playing with my mama legacy, and I'm the one trying to, you know, put the fire out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, but every time, bro, God always came through and prevailed. And you know, and that's
yeah.
really what it is, just understanding that this is the music business. It's not a music friendship, it's a music business,
Wow. I'm
you know.
telling you, bro. You know what I mean? But that's one of the biggest things, bro. Like you say, bro. Man, I don't even want to, but it just keeping it real, bro. It keeping it exactly how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, we both the same, boy. If it ain't right, boy, we gonna feel fake on the inside. And then you can't live like that, bro.
Like,
Like,
yeah, and then, like you say, you just said a mouthful, because at what point are you gonna, okay, I ain't gonna let myself do that because I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a level to that too. Like, okay, I can play a
mhm.
bit, but I'm only going so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Supposed to be crossing over and selling their soul, and I'm not doing all that. We're gonna keep it organic, we're gonna keep it original. Whoever rock with me, gonna rock with me. If I gotta stay independent, I'm gonna just stay independent. But we're gonna have fun, you know, and do it our way. And that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah. Cause
Yes.
I know them people that play like that, they know the game they playing, but they just hoping that you lose yourself. You
That's
feel me?
Hey, look, boy, you lay a few dollars on that table, and
Yeah.
the picture get different on what niggas is willing to do for it. You know what I'm saying? But I got kids, and I'm a man of integrity, and I got certain beliefs and statutes
Mhm.
of my own, so I ain't going for it. You know what
Yeah. How I
I'm
look at it, bro, and everything, bro. Like you say, you've been over 20 years, bro. I about to put the same type of dinner in and watching different scenarios, but I'm just like, bro, I'd rather take the long route. Put me on the Greyhound, bro. I ain't trying. Put me on the Greyhound from Florida to New
saying?
York, bro. I ain't getting on the plane. Like,
Look, let's be honest. How many niggas we done see? Every time somebody get it that quick, how long they stay there? And you know what I mean? What do they, you know what I mean? It really it's really a toxic energy and getting things fast. People don't
yeah.
understand. And if you could lay down and just wait on God and wait on timing, you'll really start understanding that, hey man, it's fun in the story. It's fun in building the, you know, the pieces, instead of just trying to get something fast. And I feel like with the way this world is set up with IG and all this shit, nothing
Oh
against
yeah.
this is eating, and I love it. Everybody eating right now, but
Hmm.
you can't just do something because you want something tomorrow. Do something because you want something when it's ready to be, when it's finally ready and baked up for you and it's time to get it, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
the process, you know what I mean? But hey, man, everybody got a different mentality, so I ain't here to preach, but you know what I'm on. Like,
Nah, I already know it, bro. That's like a bit allergic to walnuts, but they know they can't, but they gonna damn stuff their face for that bit. Like you can't be, but they, hey, it's levels to this bit, bro. But
yeah.
you know what I
Yes.
mean? Coming from a legendary musical family, can create opportunity, but it also create expectations. Like, how have you learned to honor where you come from, while still giving yourself permission to become your own, man and artist?
Man, well, that's another good question, dog. Like, it's a balance with that too, bro, because a lot of time, gang, I ain't gonna lie, bro, a lot of the shit, and I ain't trying to be, cocky or whatever the case, but
Mhm.
I've seen the game and I done been quote unquote on, but at the same time, I'm still hustling for my dream, so really balancing it out, man, because I done been to Portugal, bro. I done been to Germany, all kind of places.
Mhm.
London, 7 times, the UK, about 8 or 9 just within itself. And being able to understand each experience and seeing what's going on in the game, but then also understanding, okay, this is her life and this is her legacy, and as well as
Mhm.
my auntie Brenda and Valerie. You know what I'm saying? They gave us a oop, they threw us a solid oop.
I'm
But
telling you.
me and my brother, me and my cousin to put it all together and make sure we finish the role. So, just being able to kind of balance it out, bro, and really understand that, I gotta give my mama her flowers because she the last one here, and she's a super legend. So just really kind of picking her brain while I got her here and being able to really just make sure that she's straight whenever she need me. We just came back from New Jersey a couple weeks ago, just being able to
Mhm.
dance with her, bro, and learn from different experiences and different shows and everything she going through, and kind of learning from her what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the best thing to be. When you got somebody at that level at your access, I'm just
Mhm.
pull from her as much as I can, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, real talk, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, heavy on that legendary thing. I keep saying that because people will throw that word around so loosely, but you got to understand the era that your moms and Diana Ross and them folk come from, bro. Bro, you ain't gonna never get that type of feeling like
man,
that was that feel good. That touch your soul, dog. Like,
and it's funny you say that because Diana Ross put her on. You know,
yeah.
she be telling me stories like, and it be like, damn, like sometimes it's still even that my mom, she been my mama for almost 40 years, but I be hearing shit and I still be like to this day, like, damn, this my mama, dog. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's a dope thing to have, bro. Because I could have came from anybody, so I'm just blessed to be able to share this life with her and be able to take from her and grow and learn from her, dog. Because it's a blessing within itself, for sure.
Nah, most definitely, man. Shout out to moms, you know what I mean? So take
Absolutely.
us,
Shirley
take
Jones.
us Most dare take us into a season where you felt overlooked, underestimated, misunderstood, or counted out. What happened,
Yeah,
and what did that experience reveal to you? You know what I mean, like to yourself.
great question, bro. So honestly, bro, like when you do the music, anybody that really has done music, you know what I'm saying, especially if you in this my fault, man.
Yeah, it's all good, brother.
That's why I ain't want. That's the one thing about using this phone, boy. Get the ringing and mess the interview.
Yeah, nah, it's all good, brother. Like I say, when we do the final piece,
Yeah,
you ain't know that ain't happening, bro. But yo, bro,
silent, bro. But yeah, what was I? What was your question? Run that by me again, bro. That was a good question.
like when you felt like you know what I mean, you was overlooked, underestimated, misunderstood, or counted out. Like, what did that experience reveal to you about yourself?
Right, for sure, bro. Like, so, I got a good one, man. Like, when we was, anybody that do music, bro, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have them moments where you feel like you doing it for a while, ain't nobody paying you no attention. You gonna also deal with the people that, that you probably would have thought was gonna support you, or, but then you really get to looking at your phone and looking at the thing, for what it is, and seeing that you getting support from outside and you ain't getting support from your own backyard. So, when we had that, the main thing for me was when we had the opportunity to hit, the TV1 Unsung, and it came to fruition, bro. And so
Mhm.
I just kind of felt the energy, dog. Like, a lot of people, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of love in the hood, but you could feel envy and jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when people kind of learn who I am and who I come from, there's a little bit of envy and jealousy there. And I could feel it, and it made me go hard. Like, you know what, gang, I'm finna show these niggas like I'm really one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be piggybacking on my mama dog. So because it wasn't no guarantee that we was gonna make the episode. So when we did the song and we dropped the video and showed it to the producer and she liked it and threw it on there, to level of I was like, okay, shit, like you know what I'm saying? We worked. It was just a opportunity met the opportunity met the preparation, and it became another thing. So a lot of times you just got to be prepared and keep working, put your head down, man. Fuck the naysayers. It's gonna always be that, you know what I'm saying? But just really lock in and hone in on what you focused on, and you'll see the fruition. But that was my first time really just seeing something like come to fruition, just because I was prepared and I was also feeling away at that time, because it's like, damn, like people just be, people be hating, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't I'm trying to throw nobody under the bus, but you know how it is out here, dog. So yeah.
I'm gonna keep 1,000, bro. Too, bro. It's like when you move with God, bro, you gonna have some. Hey, when they, I know they feel that energy. It's almost not. It's a spiritual thing. You feel me? I walk with God, but even Jesus had people hating on him. So it's just like when you move righteous like that, and you standing on something, and whatever energy see that, it's gonna be some hate, bro. You feel me? It's gonna be. We can't even stop that, but that lets you know too. I'm moving righteous, you feel me? Like, but it can't nothing stop nothing though. But like I like how you said about the preparation walked you into what was going on. You feel me? So it's all the seeds you've been planting. And when that moment hit, it's like that came from all this right here. I was already preparing for this.
Exactly. Yes, sir. That's what it's about.
So like, was there ever a moment where you questioned whether the path you were pursuing was still meant for you, or like what brought you, through that moment? If you ever experienced it.
I'm still going through that, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Because I've been doing the music so long, dog. And don't get me wrong, I've had some success, and I'm blessed to be able to kind of be in the industry and move around. But at this point, when you start getting older, don't get me wrong. I know, we still young and still plenty of ways to vibe and opportunity. But in the rap world, rap is the only industry where
the only genre with niggas like, boy, you gotta
on your gang, So I'm like, okay. So now what I've been doing, bro, is just me and my wife, we've got us a beautiful home. I'm investing in stocks, bro, just doing things to try to make sure whether, because don't get me wrong, I'm still confident that I'm gonna do my thing, but whether it happens, I still gotta have a bag for my kids and make sure we straight. So, you have to start getting more innovative when you get a little older, like you're gonna keep pursuing your dream, but you also gotta make sure you putting money away and making sacrifices to make sure we straight a little later in life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm mad at that for sure.
Now that real, bro. But I also feel like one thing about it though, character gonna carry anything. I wouldn't even put no limit on that. If you always forever been solid or whatever, and you move how you move, people gonna grab that regardless. Even though it looks like, but I feel like it be pushed like that for a reason, because a lot of fake stuff be put on the front line. But I think it only attracts the people that consume that type, or they really that's they character. But the people that always like you move a certain way, that wave gonna follow that artist regardless. That wave gonna always want to hear the artist either they talking about their drill and they pushing that over here, but then talking about getting some money. He talking about experiences that they had in life or putting wisdom into it. Like people gonna authentically feel it if they move in a certain way.
Exactly, and then you to piggyback on that, like look at T.I., 2 Chainz, man. Shit, who else just dropped? Juvenile. I mean, these coming, bro. And they just go to show you, like, it ain't no cap on this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, good music is good music. And in today, your cult following is not gonna go nowhere. It ain't no such thing as being canceled. So really just realizing that, and then just know, like you said, bro, having that confidence. But I'm also very cautious too. I know, like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put all my eggs in this basket, but simultaneously, because I got
more
family, I gotta make sure I'm putting stuff up and preparing myself on this side too. So that's really balancing it out.
That's just grown man business. Like we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta handle that for sure.
That's a fact. Yeah. Bro. Yes, sir.
So, you know what I mean? When did you feel like we talking about Cam Jones, the artist, you feel me? So when the music becomes something you needed to pursue for yourself rather than simply something you were surrounded by. You know what I mean? Like you already grew up in it when you feel like
Right.
mm-hmm.
And then a lot of times it could go the other way. That be a lot of times most celebrity kids don't do music because they come from the music. But man, shout out to my cousin, man. My cousin at Phelps Jones, at Phelps Beats on Instagram, man. Y'all tap in on him with him. But he really was the first one to kind of let me know, like, nigga, you talented. I'll never forget, bro. I had just finished college ball. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was in the streets heavy, you know what I'm saying, just doing dumb shit. And me and my cousin started just rapping on the phone and having fun. At that time, he was living in Detroit. He down here now, but he was living in Detroit. So just really just honing in on that. Once he was like, bro, you cold. And I was just really just playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, didn't even know I had a musical talent. And he was, you cold, cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I mean? You might need to take that shit more serious. And at that time, he was already making beats and rapping and shit. And then once I sat back, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Maybe he right. So I remember I had went locked in. I started with a couple of my partners, two of my best friends. We had a group called DMG back in the day, man. And we had a nice buzz here in Gwinnett, bro. And you know what I mean? I seen some of them records too, bro. They still on Instagram and on YouTube.
Yeah.
That was really my first like step out to like the music, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of being able to see like what we was doing and the success we had. We had a song by Zaytoven, produced beat by Zaytoven, which was called All I Want to Do, and had a couple records, another record called Nada. And we had a nice little independent bug going, man. And it just kind of showed me that it's possible, and a little later, of course, we had we grew up and things kind of became, everybody kind of went their separate ways, but we still locked in. And I just wanted to keep going. I was like, man, and my engineer had told me, he's like, bro, you cold. Like, you know what I mean? Your brother's hard too, but you the one, like, type vibe. So, and then when somebody telling you that, I'm, me being so fresh, I'm like, maybe he just, but then, no, you know what I mean? Lo and behold, bro, I done had a few more opportunities shake up when, I was able to kind of perform and do different things and move around in the industry and really get that nod. So I was like, dog, it's really just a matter of me staying prepared because I know I'm cold, but you got to stay consistent in a way like no other. You know what I'm saying? So really, that's really just all I'm trying to do right now is just bring it together because I know for a fact if I go hard for 6 to 8 months right now, it's over with. But
lock in.
Exactly. It's so many different things that can get in the way sometimes, bro. So I'm just really just trying to hone in and just stay up and really and keep going for a minute. You feel me? So that's why the next time we come out, I ain't going back in. You know what I'm saying? Like we out. So that's really trying to make sure we stay out, stay consistent type vibe.
Nah, it's that lock in. Like when Ye locked in at that stadium, boy, he working on that Donna album. It was just like, man, got it.
Again, bro, you can't half step with this industry shit. It ain't no halfway in, halfway out. You got to either go hard or go. And to me, knowing that, that's why I'm just like I told you earlier, like I'm staying patient because I know it ain't all about the industry. It's what I'm doing too, and I know that I got to tighten up in order to really make it go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm at with it. Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, bro. That's almost like the door right there. You feel me? It's like you either gonna walk all the way through the door and ain't no putting a leg through it or peeking through it. It's either walk in that bit or don't go in.
Don't go in, bro. And you got to go all in on this shit. So, I'm just really just shaping it out, bro. Taking what God give me, taking it one step at a time, but also knowing every move is calculated. When I was younger, every move was I was just making a move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we getting older and you start thinking a little different, every move got to be calculated. You ain't got to worry about videos and all that no more. You could drop 10 videos to the same song on your IG. People just want to see you, bro. We in the times.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, bro. People want to see it.
Years ago, you got to drop that official video and all that. That don't matter no more, bro. You just get you a nice cameraman, drop as much as you can, and on the same record. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a matter of just building, following, bro, and that's really what it is. So I got a different mentality right now. So
it done got so crazy and grave because we come from the street promo era where no shade to that because I love to get out and mingle with people and actually have these real experiences.
Yeah.
But the times we in now, it's like both think that they just don't want to do it no more. You can do both.
Yeah.
I ain't because it's red and blue pill because you can literally drop reels on your phone, like you say, either freestyling music or do a little triller or Like that's like you say, people that want to see the real.
Want to
But
see?
I still be like, I'd be like, man, but you know, you still go out there and roll up the people and stuff. People want to actually, you know what I mean? Like,
You gotta do that too, you know. But when you in the building phase,
mm-hmm.
like you say, bro, just and that's one
Yeah.
like okay, I see. Like I've been sitting back because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been making some dope connections, bro. I done talk no cap, bro. I done talk to niggas like Snoop, Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just based off the strength of where I come from. I
Yeah.
got these connections, but any other person that make these connections, they gonna want to instantly blow them up. Hey, put me on. That ain't how it work, bro. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
ready. You got to make sure you prepare. So have those connections, put them to the side. But when you're ready to take off and you know you got something for these niggas to look at, that's when you reach out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, most people just get so antsy and just really
Yeah.
just and then like everything ain't just got to happen just because I got that connection. It's
Yeah.
man, or me being prepared and making sure I'm ready for that connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like I got everything right here, but let me build the blueprint around it, bit. You
Yeah,
feel me? Yeah.
Bill. Next time these niggas see me, they like, oh damn, that's the same. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to be on. So,
That's why I used to always be like, if I ran into anybody, seeing anybody, you know, running around Atlanta and stuff, you know, I'm from Florida, but when I first came here, even running into people and all that, like flocking out on, I don't be like, hey, check my music out, ooh, and I just be like on some regular, like, what's down, bro, whatever, and
and they
like,
remember too, bro. You know, because I done been that guy, bro. People done ran up on me, bro. I seen you on TV, blah, blah, blah. And
mm-hmm,
man, I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't, shit, I ain't nobody. But
yeah,
then, man, shit, they like, yes, you are. So it's just being able to understand and then really just knowing, like, when you do all that dramatic stuff, a lot of times, and you trying to get the artists to move, and they already moving, and you just think, oh, well, I just met him, so I got to hit him up.
yeah.
You really already writing yourself off. You got to be patient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just build up, be authentic. You know what I mean? Because people used to seeing a fit. You know what I mean? Just just be regular with it. Be yourself. You know.
Man, don't be clout chasing and all that shit, man. Them days, that shit over with, man. Go on and, you know what I mean? We all regular human beings, gang. You know, some niggas might have one level on you or whatever the case, but we all really just gotta, understand that we really are, especially now, the opportunity of this is of a young regular nigga that's in the hood is the same as the nigga that's already on. We on the same playing field with the way this internet thing's shaping, bro. So
Real
gotta
talk.
that's our ability. You feel me? For real.
So when someone listen to Count John, what do you want them to understand, feel, or experience through your music?
Oh man, good question, bro. Really just knowing like I'm versatile, bro. Like you might hear one record, I'm very like I'm melodic. I love to sing, but then
Yeah.
I can get down rap with you too. You feel me? But I'm very melodic. You know what I'm saying? So some of my records are conscious, but some of them not so conscious. Like I'm willing to turn up, go to a strip club. You know what I mean? We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
blow bottles and smoke too. But then I can get there with you on a subconscious level where we talking about something and really, getting into some things about deeper life. You know what I'm saying? So I just really making it. I love to make the beat let me talk. Like whatever, however I feel.
That's that same thing. It's weird, but it's like when you hear it, it gives you your melody, it gives you everything, bro.
Yeah, man. So I love, really just being able because a lot of times people just get kind of boxed into one sound. But I like you just said, bro, a beat. If I hear a beat and I feel it, I instantly know I like it because I hear a melody or something will come
Yeah.
5 seconds or so, and I'll be able to know whether I'm gonna take it this way or that way, and just really
Mhm.
and versatile, man. I feel like versatility is key now because you can literally rap, you can do southern soul, you can do everything at one time right now. And it's no limits to this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So really just being able to kind of sharpen my craft to a point where I can do whatever the hell I want to do and make it still me. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
Nah, for real. So, what is a song, project, or performance, or moment in your career that you feel represents, who you are today? Like what's the story behind it? Any memorable moments, you know what I mean? Like you still just remember that was just like, boy, yeah, that was that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. My mom, she took us to Portugal. That was last year or the year before last, bro. And she put us on a ticket, gang. She was like, look, y'all cold. I'm finna y'all follow me. So we performed. We performed first in Great Yarmouth, England, which was dope as hell, man. It was like 1,500 people, gang. Me and my cousin. It was young and old out there, bro. It was a fest.
Mhm.
We opened up for my mom, bro. And just when we stepped off that stage, bro, and I'm seeing so many people from the UK, and you know how them folks over there, they really different. Like they they gravitate to music, bro. They want to touch you, they want to see you, they want to give you that.
Mhm.
It was like they was kind of coming at us as if we was my mom and aunts. And to me, that was really a little bit of a shell shock because I'm like, damn, bro, all we did was touch the stage, and these folk really fucking with us. And that just let me know, for me to be able to come over here where they don't really speak the same English as us, and they still rocking with us, it let me know right then, okay, we got something. So a year later, we went to Portugal, and she threw us out there again, gang. And it's a small stage.
Mhm.
Oh, it was a beautiful, beautiful area, you know what I'm saying? And we rocked out, bro, and just seeing that energy, being able to come out before my mama and keep the crowd going with some of her samples and let them know where we come from, but being able to hold my own, bro, that was when I knew, like, okay, I can really do this shit. And then you start, really just losing less and less nerves, and it just become a little more of a habit. Like, man, we got another show, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so being able to kind of really just see myself get, fan love and different, stamps from people, because especially in that realm where music is definitely appreciated differently, it meant a lot, and it showed me that I can really do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm.
Nah, for real, boy. That is memorable, boy. And overseas, like that, I know them people going crazy, dog.
It was dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was definitely an experience.
But
Yeah.
that really show you, you know what I mean? Like when you traveling and having all these different experiences, I had a conversation like this the other day, and I'm like, that show you is really love out here in the world. You feel me? Like when we be boxing in our environments, a view where we from is like, but so much of seeing the rest of the world matters a lot because it shapes that perception, dog.
Exactly, bro. Like you said something, but I heard you saying you in the city, bro. So you know how everybody is celebrity in Atlanta. So
Yeah. I noticed that. I
nigga,
ain't been out there been about 10, but yeah.
oh, okay, yeah,
Hmm.
it's like that, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, I love Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now
Yeah.
it's actually that, social media where it's at. It's Black Hollywood. Nigga
Yeah.
moving around. So nobody's impressed anymore. So it's hard to get that kind of love because everybody like holding their nuts. And it's cool. I respect,
Hmm.
because shit, you him, I'm him too. You feel me? But when you able to go to different places and not even just overseas, bro. I done performed for my mama up top in Washington, D.C. and just doing different little shows. And I'm like, damn, bro, like these folks really rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, still being able to move on my own without my mama and still getting that, you know what I mean? That same love. It's like that's when you know, like, okay, I got some. Because most people ain't gonna just pull you and tell you they rocking with you if they not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you start really seeing how to get development, pull fans in, and create something that you thought of in your mind, and really get genuine love for it. It means a lot. It just hit different. You know what I'm saying? And I know you know what I'm talking about because you're an artist too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like how I feel about like just specifically our culture, bro. Like you say in Atlanta, you know what I mean? Everybody popping it. It's like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's more of a way like, yeah, we popping it, but I ain't gonna pop it on you. We supposed to pop it together. We supposed to pop it with each other. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like for
It's
real.
still that crabs in the bucket mentality, and it's a lot of clicks too, especially
Yeah.
now, with the rap world and with the way,
Mhm.
everybody kind of clicked up. And I feel like we niggas is scared to fuck with each other again. But it's so much snake stuff going on. People don't really know, and you can't blame people for that either. So I just would,
Yeah.
like you say, I would like to dial back to the way it was in early 2000s when niggas was a little more open and a little more
Yeah,
shelf.
because the crazy thing is, bro, they be so crazy too. It's like, boy, they be when you in the clique, you be so scared about the outside, but you don't even know what's on the inside of you either. Like you more so worried about the outside, you ain't even paying attention to what's so close up on you. Like,
I'm saying, like, exactly, bro. It could be something right there in your face, but you
mhm.
overlooking it because you looking into the horizon. That's a valid point, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, brother, like let's talk about family and business. You know what I mean? Which is a powerful combination, but it can also be complicated. You feel me? Like, what have you learned about yourself through creating and building alongside your cousin? You know what I mean? Like how y'all work together.
Man, listen, bro, just really, and it's crazy you say that, dog, because like like you said, bro, when you get to a point, whether you cross over or make it or not, when you do something long enough, man, me and my dog 2 weeks ago, bro, we went in the studio, we had an hour, like 45 minutes left, we pulled up a beat. Man, we had the song finished when we left, bro. It's just seeing that growth. Man,
Mhm.
he produced, he got a ear for anything beat wise. and he called me the hook man. Anytime, you know what I mean. Anytime he send me a beat, he know I'm gonna come up with some type of hook. It's just the perfect blend, bro. It's funny because we see a lot of how me and him operate compared. Like we get a lot of that from our mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like we just see it. Like I go in the studio and just do my thing, and then he may say, okay, well, you need to just make these little small touches, but we really don't fuck with each other, and it becomes a masterpiece at the end, bro. So really just trying to stay humble and understand that we got a talent and just maximize, dog. Don't get too comfortable. Don't ever feel like, oh man, we got this. Nigga, stay down and keep learning and keep growing with each other and just really understanding each other. We perfect for each other. We still have our moments just like anybody. It's like my brother, but same shit, man. You know, for the most part, gang, we making good music, having fun with it. And I feel like when you don't lose sight of having fun, that's when it becomes, you know, just even more of a, you know, just a something that you're doing, you just enjoying, you know, instead of a job. Once it starts feeling like a job, that's when it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we just having fun, my nigga.
Nah, real. That's that Shaq and Kobe chemistry. You feel me? Like, you know, but
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing I say too, man. I tell people, man, you ain't never supposed to chase. Just how the saying is, a man when they talking about, I don't chase no liquor, I don't chase no female, I don't chase nothing. Woo woo. You talk like that, it's like, okay. But whatever you investing in, you know what I mean? Like you say, whether it's music, podcast, or whatever you good at doing or whatever, you just focus strictly on that. Whatever it attracts, it's naturally gonna flow. It's gonna overflow. You feel me? Like, but when you get off the doing it for other reasons, and it ain't gonna come as fast, or it ain't gonna even come the way you want it, pretty much.
Bro, no, and it ain't gonna be organic. You ain't even gonna. It's just like me and you right now. We could go pull a scam, gang. Blow that money in 10 minutes. Why? Cause we ain't work for it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that comes instant, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But when you got to put your head down and really see something come to fruition from the bottom, it feel different, and you hold on to it. You want to make sure you don't lose that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
It's like showing up. It's like telling grandma and mom to come over. You feel me, to the cookout, and you got a can of instant greens right there versus the real thing. She gonna be like, this ain't hitting. Like
this ain't even what it ain't even gonna taste. It ain't gonna taste no.
This ain't grandma gonna be. This ain't how I cook. This ain't cooked green. This ain't no instant name.
Greens the night before. You know what I'm saying? Instant. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, bro.
Once you could really dive in and have these type of wise conversations that me and you having, and then integrate that into your music or your podcast or whatever the fuck you doing, you know, it's really just having fun. You know, maximizing life with the process and seeing where it goes, seeing where it end up. That's the fun part. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real, man. So, you know what I mean? Even discussing the man behind the music, success often shows people the highlights, you know, but hides the sacrifices. And I say that, bro, because even we talking about Instagram and all these social, like, you know what I mean? We gonna show the highlights, but nobody really showing behind the scene for real. But what has this journey required, you know, from you that most people never see?
Boy, man, I could go for hours on that one, bro. It really not like, you know, you start realizing at a certain time in the music industry that all they really want is the finished product. And don't get me wrong, I'ma always give y'all that, but what people don't understand, going back to mental health and understanding that, you know, my path was different. You know, I've seen music from a lens that a lot of people haven't. So a lot of times my mind be kind of moving in a way that I feel like my fans may not understand. So it's really just understanding and trying to steal, because there's a level of vulnerability that goes into music, and then there's a level of openness that you have to have before you drop a record. You know what I'm saying? So me being behind closed doors for a minute and knowing that my people waiting on me and niggas kind of got their eyes on me, and I'm still trying to map my next move, but I've also become more of an introvert, my guy. So it's like, damn, okay, I got to open back up again. And it's just that challenge. People don't understand the challenges that we go through mentally to open up to the world, because opening up and let you hear my work is a piece of me that people don't understand they now got access to, and it affects you regardless if you realize it or not. So just really just ready to, like I told you, I cut my hair, bro, and you know I'm getting there, but I ain't hurrying. I ain't in no hurry. I'm staying patient because I wanted to look a certain way, and me, you know what I'm saying? So that's been the biggest challenge for me lately. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out, okay, how I'm gonna roll this out, how this gonna look, because I know it's gonna look a little different. You know what I'm saying? While simultaneously still making sure I'm still me and I ain't just doing shit just to please the world. You know what I'm saying? So balancing that too. Yeah.
Nah, for real, bro. Like you say, it's a part of the process. You know what I mean? But I feel like if we knew the answer already, bro, we wouldn't even enjoy the process for real. Like we wouldn't have nothing to learn. Like
Exactly.
we knew the answers to everything in life. Like,
Nah, bro. And that's why hindsight 2020. So you gotta go through it to understand and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So that really,
mhm.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a dope ass interview, bro. Like I appreciate you, dog, because you making me like you answer questions in a way where I'm like, damn, like this is like this real. Like, you know what I mean? I'm learning from myself while talking to you, bro. For sure.
Yeah, bro. So all I did, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. None of this was planned, dog. This whole podcast, bro, I never like. Only
Yes.
thing I did, bro, it literally started from me and my partner. You know what I mean? My partner
Yes.
Sly, we got together. Bro, I said, as an artist, I'm tired of platforms like No Jumper. I'm tired of all these police things where they not really giving flowers to people. You know what I mean? So
It's just
I
how
like, bro.
to interrogate you and make you look back.
Yeah. And y'all ain't even really like, getting a person to really like sit there and really like talk about they give them their flowers. You feel me? Like you can see the response of how people feel good about, when they opening up and they talking about what they do, why they do it, what got them into what they doing. You know what I mean? So
Real shit, bro.
yeah, bro. So I just got tired. I said, man, I
Yeah.
like, bro, instead of complaining about it, bro, we just gonna create our own dynamic, bro. It started out filming one way and then it just went all over. We done went like 2 episodes with people overseas and just kept going, dog. We gonna keep the formula going, bro. You feel me? The whole underdog thing is a family because everybody starts somewhere. Everybody got a story, bro. So these simultaneously is just sharing all this wisdom and putting all these gems out. So if anybody, you want to be an artist, you want to be a photographer, you want to be a business owner, you want to be a mental health, we tapping in all that, dog.
Talk about it. And it's funny you say that, bro, because me and my cousin, as you know, we got a lot to talk about. So we trying to figure out, and I might have to talk to you off air, man, because we trying to figure out how to get our shit off the ground. So you really make me and another piece. Because it's really just all about content. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to give them another side of yourself, bro. And I feel like that helps. It everything coincides with the artistry, with podcast. It all coincides. So we on that too, because I'm like, damn, bro, me and dog, we was talking about the other day. I said, bro, we got some stories. We need to start. You know what I mean?
Telling you, bro. And then like it's just really like, you know what I mean? It's like you say, it ties in with everything else. So this ain't nothing different. It just nowadays, remember how artists, you know what I mean, growing up, we see them on BET, MTV, but we didn't really see too much of their character like that. It's artists that's out now talking that we didn't even know their character until they started getting on podcasts and doing certain things. Like that's just how the world like looking at stuff now. But my thing is, it ain't no gimmicks, it ain't none of that. I ain't going for it. We standing on who we are. That's what I'm on.
Absolutely. Like, I'm on the same vibe, bro. You know what I mean? I can tell, bro, like we on the same type time. I ain't never met you, but I feel like I met you before, bro. So it's just one of them dope conversations, bro. Like so organic, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it.
Bro, it's real. It's real ones all over this bit, bro. You feel me? Just like how they say it's the same. If you got a hood somewhere, it's hoods everywhere. It's people that is everywhere. You know what I mean? It's just the internet just making the connections possible like this now, bro.
Make it easier, make it a little easier for her, bro. What part of Florida you from? I got some in-laws down there.
Orlando,
okay. You know Stuart, Florida is like 2 hours south of Orlando.
So it's going south. So because I'm saying Tampa, Orlando. I'm in Central, all that area and all that. But I'm originally from Miami and stuff, so I got people down there and stuff. You know, we working and stuff. But
my mom-in-law stay in Martin County, like Saint. What is it? Saint Pete or not? Saint Pete. Not Saint Pete. It's
Martin Brown.
Right. Yeah, so like right in that area, bro. So I go down there like twice a year, bro, with my family, man. So
yeah, but I came to Atlanta like 2015, bro. And I just been rocking out there, big. It was a 2015 to 2020, 2015, boy. Atlanta was on steroids, boy. I was like, yeah, every night And
Every
then that's when I was really able to like get my groundwork with the open mic, bro. Open mics everywhere, bro.
That's when I was moving around too, bro. We was doing
Mm-hmm.
open mics and all the open mics in the city, and
Harlem Nights.
I
I
know,
think Little 5 Point had some.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
it was going, bro. Apache, I did Apache too.
Yeah,
A
you
couple
yeah,
times. Yeah.
too, bro. I did Apache too, bro. I used to go to Apache just to kind of watch some shit too.
Hey, that bit was real, bro. Cause it used to be like 50 artists come through that bit. I remember it was like a line like the Apollo. You
Uh,
feel me? And they
real,
in that bit giving real feedback.
exactly. I liked it because it was like real. I like them real small kind of settings and shit where you
hmm
touch.
Yeah, that was the old school one. Yeah, that bit was more. I don't know what the new one look like now, but yeah, the other one, yeah.
Yeah, that Apache, bro. Apache was lit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
So, but yeah, man, definitely had to tap in with you, bro. I can't wait to see some of your other episodes, bro. I like your energy, fam, for sure.
Yeah, bro, man. Shoot, if you just look down, bro, ain't nothing but clips. And like how we leave it right here, ain't gonna be number clips. I'm just keep
Yeah,
clipping that bit, but I'm gonna give you everything that I know or whatever. That's how I am, bro. I tell people it ain't no secret to nothing. Like I don't know why people be acting so secretive, like they can't tell or whatever. Like I'm just like whatever I know, I'm gonna give. I did the same thing with the music thing to certain people and stuff. Like whatever I know, I can give you.
yes,
Whatever
sir.
you do with it, you do with it. I just know whatever I know. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
Um. So who is Cam when things aren't going well, when the opportunity doesn't happen? You know, say the answer is no, or life simply doesn't go according to, what I'm saying, the plan. Like how you pivot, you feel me?
Man, just like us, man, kind of like we said earlier, bro. Just being able to adapt, bro. You know, like I'm in
Mhm.
sales, bro. So you gonna hit no, you know what I mean? But no, no really don't mean nothing but next opportunity. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody not gonna rock with you. You know what I mean? If you can find me a person where everybody like, and then come on, man, then pigs fly. Because it don't happen. So you gotta
Mhm.
understand that. I feel like nowadays people want everybody to like them and won't have a mentality of I'm trying to please everybody. But when you realize, fuck people that don't like me, let me find the people that do. And now it's 8 billion, 9 billion people in the world. So let me tap into to the side of the world that do. And then really any adversity that come from that, you already got them in your hand, as opposed to trying to please somebody that don't care. It's the same thing I've experienced with, like, being in your own hood, like
Yeah.
people gonna want to hold you at that same level that they knew you at 20 years ago. And
Trying
that
to say, bro.
and you can't be mad at it. It's just real. So when you start growing and you like, damn, I thought y'all was gonna rock with me. But I had to also be real. I can't make them rock with me. They know me as who I was, and they might not appreciate or like where I'm going. So you gotta
Yeah.
respect. You know what I'm saying? And keep it
Yeah.
pushing. Yeah.
Yeah. They knew you as the fish in the bowl. They don't know you as a shark in the water. You feel me?
And with me, it's different because it's like, it was just basketball for me, bro. I never wanted to talk about my parents or nothing coming up. It was all.
Mhm.
So when I came out and people start really seeing who I am and where I come from, it was kind of like crickets. You could hear a pin drop. And I was kind of a little bit hurt by that. Not hurt, but I was a little bit like, damn, what's going on? But then I had to sit back and really assess it. And I understood it. Like, okay, they just
Yeah.
this is a side of me they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
Not
like,
for
dang,
real.
how can I support something I don't necessarily know? So I had to kind of understand that and know that it ain't no hard feelings or nothing. They still love you the same way. It's just you can't force somebody to support you. So once I really understood that mentality and was able to move forward, it made
Mhm.
yeah.
Nah, hey, I see your cousin jumped in that bit, cousin, felt
Oh, man.
John. Yeah.
Tell him, shout out to my brother, man. I ain't even no goddamn my
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, yeah. He just jumped in on IG, man. We live right now. You hear me?
Yeah,
So, man, if everything you working towards, come together exactly as you envision it, you know what I mean? What does your life and career look like, 3 to 5 years down the line?
man. Listen, bro. Right now, it's a good question too, because we tapping that big one, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting close to that 4-0, bro. So right now, me and Cuzzo, like, we putting things in place. Just like my dog said something to me. We was at the studio last week, and he was like, look, bro, we ain't even gotta hurry. Like, let's just keep doing what we doing. Let's keep locking in. And then when we feel like we actually like ready, because you know how it be. You cook that record and you like, oh man, they gotta hear it. But just because you got that song, Is your branding together? Is your publishing together? Is your actual map and blueprint together? You know, so you gotta really, it's a lot of moving parts to this music. So that's why sometimes he be having to slow me down because I'm trigger man. I be ready to shoot, but because he'll dial me back, like, hold on, man, let's keep processing it. Let's keep it in the oven for a second while we figure out what this is actually gonna look like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's key. That's real key. Yeah.
Nah, that real though, cuz like man, let it back a little more. When we pull that bit out, when we pull it out, that bit gonna be prestige, you hear me?
But it's funny he stepped in because he know like these niggas shit. I played. I'm a shooter, bro. Like I'm gonna get that shit up. And if I don't even like hold on to it too long because I'll be
Yeah.
like, hold on, bro. Let's sit back. Let's calculate. Every move need to be calculated right now because we ain't in no position to really just be dropping like we was because that ain't really get us nowhere. It got us a few places, and I'm blessed for
Mm-hmm.
it. Ain't get us the results we want. So now we got to dial it back and do this new rollout in a new way. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Now that real though. It's just like we just gonna switch the formula a little bit. We gonna keep the same, you know what I mean, energy, but we just gonna,
just how to switch the formula, man. You know, a lot of time, like we said, bro, we was doing shit for instant gratification and elevation. And when you understand that that's damn near impossible, you just gotta do it. You know, like you said, you gotta go the slow route. Let's jump on the bus, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's take the long
Niggas
route.
been riding the Ferrari for the last couple of years. It's like, bro, man, let's just get back to the. That's like somebody that made it forgot what they, you know what I mean, came from. Like, bro, sometimes you gotta get out here and touch the ground and get back to the, because you'll lose yourself if you somewhere too long and you know that ain't how you living. You done got too far away from yourself.
It's a fact, bro. And that's it. And it's like, you know, like now it's like, damn, okay, now that we done went up a little bit, we done seen a little bit and still, and then I'm still managing Dukes and learning from her, you know. So it's really just a lot of little pieces that we trying to put into the pot right now to connect the dots. And they connecting. They finna connect. And I promise you it's gonna be up. But right now we just gotta, you know, just keep working behind the scenes. That's really what it's all about. Yeah.
Nah, real talk, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like I say, bro, if somebody watching the interview, you know, is currently in the season where they feel overlooked or uncertain, you know what I'm saying? Or like that moment hasn't come yet, like what would, you know, Karen Jones say to them?
Man, shit, bro. Just because I'm going through it too, man. Just stay patient, man. You know, I don't know, you know, who that person may believe in, but believe in God. You know, stay prayed up. You know, definitely just keep positive though, because anything negative that you say, you dialing yourself back. Every time you say something that in doubt or you questioning your shit, you taking something away. So just stay positive. Like I'm big on positive affirmations. What you put out and the power of the tongue, what you say into this world and what you speak into the world, it's gonna come back tenfold, man. So just keep your head down, man. Ignore all the noise because it's a lot of noise now and it's a lot of opinions out there. Everybody's a mastermind. Everybody think they know everything. So you can't, if you got a vision, don't let none of that shit come in your way of what you got going on because it will and it can. So you just got to make sure that you stay focused and ignore the noise, man. That's really all I can say. Stay positive, stay focused, and ignore the noise. And it's a lot of opportunity out here for sure.
Nah, real talk, brother. You know what I mean? And the upcoming projects you working on, you know what I mean, or things that you can kind of speak about, you know what I mean, at the moment.
Definitely, man. Me and my brother, we got the album will be here. Yeah, we wanted to have it out this summer, but being that it's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and we trying to get this roll out perfect. Not perfect because it ain't no such thing, but we trying to get it as close to perfect for us as far as everything is, you know, as far as the marketing and shit like that. It's looking like September, maybe October, but it's coming, man. We got about 10 records strong, all of them going too. So I'm just excited to let the world hear it and, you know what I mean, rebrand myself in a way. Me and my dog got some great things up our sleeve, man. We going to London at the end of the year too. So we plan to have it out and being able to shake and move over there too. So just keeping everything, you know, keeping the foot on the gas, man. We're gonna start dropping content on IG and all the platforms. Just some preview shit, you know, here in a minute once everything is really ready to roll out. We still coming up with the title for it, but it's definitely gonna be dope. Yeah, it's gonna be dope as hell, bro. So you know you'd be one of the first ones I hit up, my dog. Yes, sir.
Nah, real talk, bro. I love to sit back and like I say, you know what I mean, the energy in your character, bro, that hold everything. I'm like, I gotta hear it. Cause I already know Brian ain't gonna come playing. You feel me?
We coming, bro, and it's definitely exciting, man, because it's been a minute since we dropped. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really seen us in a minute. You know, we've been dealing with real life just like everybody else, and
Mhm.
always got a little bit more of a magnifying on us because people know where we come from and the legacy we actually have kind of heard into. So I feel like it be
Mhm.
bit of that too. So we really just trying to make sure that it's ready for not only them but for us. Because if it ain't ready from our perspective, then what we doing it for? So we just really just getting it together. Making sure it look good. And it's exactly what we want it to look like. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it, bro.
Yeah, dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like it really feel like, bro, we artists vocally, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like it's almost like we sculptors, bro. You
Exactly.
feel me? It's like we got a big ass thing of clay and we just hitting that bit little by little.
And that ain't no, and a lot of times ain't nobody seen it. Niggas don't even.
Dang, so you don't even know what's going on yet until you finally got get more, to the end.
But the main thing is stay listening.
Yeah.
Like trying, and even with me and my dog, it be time we might not get in the studio for a few weeks. We be like, hold up, all right now, we gotta tighten up because we really trying to get this thing together. But life is getting away. So that'd be another thing I add, man. Don't let life get in the way. Stay focused, keep doing, do a little bit, even if it might not be what you want to do, but do a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll look up and have something for sure.
Nah, for real, man. Like I say, brother, as we gave your flowers, bro, any shout outs you want to give, to everybody that's been supporting you in your corner, you know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Shout out, first of all, to you for bringing me up here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Giving me an organic, nice vibe. You know what I mean? Shit, that ain't easy to find, dog. Shout out to my cousin, Phelps Jones. That's my brother. I don't even like calling him my cousin. That me and dude, 4 months apart. We've been locked in since we were kids, man. And you
Yeah,
know,
you say my dog, you say Auntie said, hey.
he give me that motivation and everything I need musically, man. So shout out to my brother, man. Y'all follow him at Phelps Beats 24 on Instagram. My mom, follow her at Shirley Jones or the Jones Girls, the legendary queen, who has really gave me the opportunity and paid the way for not only me but so many other artists before her. So I want to give her flowers and let her know I love her. Anybody that's tapped in from the north, man, y'all know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been following me, my wife, my kids, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 beautiful kids. My son 3, my daughter 8, man. That's my world, bro. You know what I mean? My world don't move without them, gang. So I'm finna go down here now and kick it with them. You know what I mean? But really just want to shout out to them and anybody that's out here trying to get it like me, man. Anybody that's on the same type time that me and you on, you feel me? You got my support, and just keep grinding, man. We living in a strange time, but we got to stay together, stick together, and keep going up.
Nah,
So,
they're real, bro. You know what I mean? Last but not least, brother, like I say, bro, much appreciation for you locking in with the $100, bro. You know what I mean? Like I tell everybody, bro, the $100 is like a tight knit family, bro, with everybody from everywhere,
all
all
right,
doing something, anything that you got going on. We all gonna repost, share, support. You know what I mean? That's how we know we understand how the engine's supposed to keep going in the car. You feel me?
yes,
You got to
sir.
keep all moving parts going. So we one of them people like, hey, we ain't need even if we ain't talking in a minute, like, hey, bro, what going on with you? You know, check in. That's just the accountability thing. You feel me? So, but
Yeah,
like when you hear the word underdog, you know what I mean? What does it mean to you personally? And what do you see the underdog, you know what I mean, like in your journey?
man. Underdog to me, man, is really my family, and anybody that's that I guess you feel like you've been bet against in a way. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. If anybody know anything about the Jones Girls, bro, which is my first and foremost music motivation, they introduced me to music for real. They underdogs, bro. You can chat GPT this shit. They one of the most best harmony groups ever. They'll tell you that. But at the same time, they flew under the radar in a way where a lot of people just know their songs and don't necessarily know their impact. So just coming from that background, same with my father, he a legend, but he just, he played with the Globetrotters and had to take a take a long route. He wasn't the guy, and just being able to just understand that you don't have to necessarily always be the guy to be successful. Sometimes look at niggas like Lou Will and a lot of these 6 men that they wouldn't have got that W without that guy that came off the bench. Like, got to have some underdogs and some people that really put in that work behind the scenes for things to work out. So I just enjoy being able to come from a family like that and then be on a platform like this where it mesh, because I feel like it's perfect. Like, it's really my whole life. I'm an underdog too, my nigga. Shit, we all underdogs. Anybody that's out here grinding, it ain't really necessarily getting that. I ain't gonna say getting that look that they want, but feeling like they may have a odd against them or people, something to prove. You're an underdog, so I'm just glad to be, you know what I mean, an underdog that's out here making it happen. You know what I'm saying, for sure. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
real talk, brother. And I say, man, much appreciation, brother. You know what I mean? It was season 9, episode 21, man. This how we gonna close it out. Going into 10. You feel me? 10 season strong.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me?
Respect, man.
4 years running. That's how we coming. You know what I mean? Life has been lifing, but we've been keeping it in the road, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
gotta keep going, man. I'm rocking with it, man. I'm glad to be a part of the Underdog family, bro. Anything you need from me or vice versa, bro, I'm gonna be reaching out, man, because definitely just want to pick your brain on some of this podcast stuff, man. But again, thank you
Yeah.
for blessing me for the opportunity. Thank y'all for following me, listening, whoever tapped in, man. We appreciate it. And we got much more to come. Yes, sir.
Y'all already know what's going on, man. Season 9, episode 21, Beyond the Legacy, the Count Jones story. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Easy, brother.
Oh, my guy. Yes, sir.
Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened. I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause it don't got no curfew. Gold mouth rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the